Reverend Philip DeLong is an ordained minister, spiritual counselor, healer, and teacher with the International Association of Metaphysics. He received his Doctor of Ministry through the Lively Stones World Healing Fellowship. He is a member, certified medium, healer, and teacher at the Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp, and is also a member of the Temple Heights Spiritual Camp in Northport, Maine. Please help me in welcoming Reverend Phil DeLong to the platform.
Thank you for the introduction, Jamie. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, my talk today is a little bit about spiritualism, and we're coming up upon our anniversary of modern day spiritualism in America, which occurred on March 31st, 1848. So, as we have progressed from then, spiritualism is not only a religion, but a way of life. It is using your intuition or your sixth sense. It is finding the infinite intelligence or the spirit within. Finding your God. We are all different. Different upbringings, different cultures, different beliefs. But finding our God will bring love into our hearts and the peace within. That is the basis of spiritualism. And as spiritualists, we believe that we are spirit before we are born, spirit when we are on earth with a body, and spirit after death. We believe that there is a world beyond the physical world, which we call, well, to spiritualists, Summerland, but the spirit world. The spirit world is a world of thought. And some call it heaven. Our main aim as spirit is to get nearer to God, or perfection in developing our soul, or living heaven on earth. That is our whole goal, is to live heaven on earth. One of the ways we can do this is by being born into the physical body, leading a life on earth where we learn the lessons that are needed to progress our soul. All right? Every experience that we go through, good or bad, is a learning process. We are not perfect in any means, but our goal is to achieve that perfection. When we return to spirit, we have more lessons to learn, more work to do. Many spirits work close to the earth plane as guides and our helpers. They link with us through difficult times, guiding and protecting us. This is all done in the name of love, God's love, faith, hope, and charity. And the greatest of these is charity, which is another name for love. By helping each other, we can learn to grow nearer to God and his understanding, infinite intelligence understanding. We need to live by the golden rule. That is principle number 6, which we just recited. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatsoever ye would do that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. All right, that's from the Gospel of Matthew. St. Luke puts it another way. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, which is the way we typically have been brought up to think about that. But when you look at the one from Matthew, whatever ye would do that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. And in some interpretations, that's an eye for an eye. All right? So we have to look at the golden rule as it all starts with us. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. There is a quote from Socrates that states, I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Right? This is the spirit world of thought and creating heaven on earth. Our thoughts are the most powerful energy that we have. Our thoughts are instantaneous. When we send healing out to distant people or absent people, our thoughts are created. They are delivered immediately, faster than the speed of light, and deliver that God force healing energy, and our guides and angels ride those thoughts. That's how powerful our thoughts are. And when we connect with the spirit realm or the world of thought, it makes it that more exponentiated energy. Love one another and forgive those who hurt us. Do not judge. Be humble and compassionate. That is the golden rule. Again, the most important of these is love. Love your neighbor as yourself, whatever color or creed they have. As the young bloods sang in Get Together, come on, people now, smile on your brother. All right, we all need a smile here. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. And trying reminds us of striving to live heaven on earth. You hold the key to this love and fear, and that one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command and right now in the present. Now, speaking of the spirit world or the world of thought, then Neville Goddard would say, our imagination are thoughts from God. All right? And when we receive those thoughts, we have the energy or free will to do right or take another path and do wrong. All right? But that's when we are spiritually living that heaven on earth, we all know what path to take, and that is the right path. Many spiritualists believe that we have a guardian angel who is with us from birth to death. We also have other spirit helpers who help us according to the problems or difficulties we're having. We can ask them for help when we need it, and they will be supporting us as best they can. All right? Pray, pray, pray. Right? It's all that. So you see all my helpers behind me, right? I got a bunch of them. So, but these guides cannot lead our lives for us, but they can give us the thoughts and help us to solve our problems. This is connecting to infinite intelligence. How do we grow spiritually, and how can we help ourselves? There's another thing about pray, 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 and it goes along with, all right, our spirit helpers are pushing us, all right? Or nudging us. This is the right path you should be following. So push. Pray until something happens. All right? That's a little acronym for you. Okay, so how do we grow spiritually, and how can we help ourselves? We can first start by finding the time to link with infinite intelligence, by praying, by talking, asking questions, and of course, being thankful and having the gratitude for all the blessings we have in life. Right? We have to look at the blessings we have. We have to have that gratitude. Then our higher self can connect with infinite intelligence, and we can lead that life. But as my mentor, Dr. Thomas, would say, meditate, meditate, meditate. And this we can do in the quiet times at home, in groups of like-minded people, and of course, coming to church. Spiritualism is not about linking with your loved ones. It is also about growth in the spirit within. All right? We're all here on a sole purpose. We all have a passion. That passion should be happiness. Understanding God's laws, which includes nature's physical and spiritual laws, and your fellow human beings. It's following that principle number 7. Spiritualism is the religion of common sense. It is the science of the common sense if we live up to it. Again, it goes to principle number 7. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we find our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey nature's physical and natural laws. All right. Who wants to be happy? Right? Who wants to be unhappy? Okay, so we have to follow these natural laws. And as we do so, we have to become responsible and accountable by accepting our responsibilities and actions. One of these natural laws that I work with is the law of silence. And part of that law of silence has to do with the 4 gates. And this is a Sufi tradition from the ancient Islams. So the 4 gates are: before you speak, let your words pass through 4 gates. One of them, is it true? The second one, is it kind? The third one, is it necessary? And the fourth one, does it improve upon the silence? So if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it. Okay, however, we're all in these situations that under the guise of our emotions, our words slip out. And these words cannot be taken back without the power of forgiveness behind it. So we can find ourselves in situations where we win the battle, but we lose the war with words and actions. In the end, was the effort worth it? We can be right, and we can be very wrong at the same time. So we have to use these 4 gates to find our happiness. And we must be given something back to society and just not taking it. It's like the law of reciprocity. What we give, we receive in return. So as a spiritualist, we need to give our time to help others who are going through difficulties. To give is to receive. Many are called upon infinite intelligence and God to serve your fellow man, but you have the free will to decide to follow this pathway or ignore it. There are many ways to serve, and we often don't realize we're doing it. So random acts of kindness are those types of acts that we can do spiritually. It is what I would call good old-fashioned chivalry, which amounts to courtesy and generosity. How often do you find that someone starts talking to you about their worries and their problems, and you are prepared to listen? All right? Listening is what I would call a good trait to have. And by listening, you're showing that kindness and compassion to them. Giving your time to them is the greatest gifts you can give to people, to the lonely, to the bereaved, and to the troubled. Calling someone out of the blue to find out how they're doing is a spiritual gift. And if you're telepathic, you should be able to pick up if these people need a phone call or not. All right? And of course, absent healing is another way to express those spiritual gifts we have in our prayers, and it does have a positive effect. We can visit the sick. Use the gifts and experience you have gained in your life to help others, and you will be rewarded. That's the spiritual way of life. Yesterday, I was made aware by Daryl of a global meditation on the great synchronization for collective intention. So this was at a time set all over the world, and for 5 minutes, you just focused on 4 words: peace, love, unity, and respect. All right, and that was a powerful meditation. Just peace, love, unity, respect. And that is living the golden rule. So as I conclude, then smile on your brother. Everybody get together and try to love one another right now. This is becoming a spiritualist. Charity, serving infinite intelligence in mankind, but most of all, loving yourself. And thank you for listening.